let's both Google. I think there's
Three,
only two. Can you guys
2,
Google marmalade
1,
recipes?
go.
I'll give you a second. Need you each to read a few sentences of a marmalade recipe, so everyone knows what we sound like. Who wants to start?
Sorry, what was that? I was grabbing a drink.
Are you an NT pilot by chance?
No, sorry.
Okay, no, you're fine. Shala, can you go ahead and start reading a marmalade recipe, please?
Okay. Have the oranges and squeeze the juice into a large stainless steel pan. Scoop the pips and pulp into a sieve over the pan and squeeze out as much juice as possible. Then tie the pulp and pips in the muslin. Shred the remaining peel and pith, either by hand with a sharp knife or in a food processor. A food processor...
Alright. We're good. Very nice. Good reading, thank you.
No wheezing the juice, man. No wheezing the juice.
Not unacceptable.
What is
Hey,
that?
Demon.
What movie is that from? Don't wheeze the juice, man.
Demon, are you ready? This takes
Yeah.
precedent. Nick.
Encino Man.
Alright, read it, Demon. We don't have time for your shit right now.
In Russian.
In Russian?
Yeah.
Fuck. 1 second. Let me find
Please,
the
why are
Russian
you
one.
on comms but not logged into PvPing with us?
I am.
No, you're not. You're not in Fleet. You might be in the old Fleet.
Okay,
Debbie did have to
so
find a Russian
it really
website
does
that's
seem like the
gonna take
chat
too long.
service I used for the
Just read
stream
it
does
in
not work
English,
anymore.
It doesn't matter.
Really bothers me.
Half lemons, crosswise, and remove seed.
Because Anishwa, I see your chat,
banana,
but then I don't see it
quarter each lemon half and thinly
on the
sliced,
stream.
combined with
It's
bag
really
of
frustrating.
seeds and water in a 5-quart.
Because I know, like, now, if you're not getting caught by the
stand
chat
covered in
thingy,
a
you're
room,
never going to get caught.
Temperature for 24 hours.
I don't know if
Bring
it's
lemon
like,
mixture to a
it doesn't
boil.
working
Okay,
or
we're
something?
good. We're good.
It says this joint
Very
chat
nice. So
channel.
those are your two
God
scouts.
knows.
What is a reactive pot?
Copper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, with the acid. It reacts with the acid at the temperature violently. Well, not violently, but in a bad way.
Not in a good way, yeah. Even now
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
boil lemon juice in a copper pot.
Oh, there you go, Nisha. I don't know what caused that.
Or maybe you
Am-
would. Some
am
people
I
like to live
also-
dangerously.
I'm not an intie. Am I tackle? You asked me something about that, and then I was like, something.
No. But because these two, I'm not sure how much experience. Well, I know how much experience Demon has, but I just want to make sure we have people who also have points. So if I call for a point, I can rely on somebody specific. So, like, if the inties
Yeah.
can't grab something or whatever, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
This way he knows who to yell at.
Can we balance out the squads, dudes, even though no important links are going to be coming down? Free moves on. Just try and level it off. Somebody grab squad 2, please.
I got squad command leader 5 or whatever. I took 2.
I also need somebody to relink comms info for Tikal Davis, new guy in Fleet. Tikal!
Davis.
I'm actually going to remember to turn off the scrollers this time before a fight happens. Sweet.
There's a griffin, boys. I haven't run with you guys in a while. I'm actually excited to. Yay!
That'll fade.
Oh my god!
That's right.
These guys!
This is real. I'll be
This
upset
too
real
shall
fast.
pass. I named my stream Small Gang Rage.
Oh, you can't see it. Hold on.
Ooh, Fenrir just appeared on D-Scan in Huola. I believe he'll be coming to a high set gate.
Ah!
Yeah, he's coming to a high set gate.
So I was
Because
thinking,
once
well,
you-
I got a
Bump
perfect
him off.
thingy on a drop pill, and then I popped an exile pill. I was like, you know what? All right, I'll chance it. I just got a
Risk
all
it.
4 penalty.
Oh!
You did that
super
hit
burn,
last
dude.
night as well with the Merm, right?
No, I got a 3 penalty.
My God, you're so loud
Jeez,
today.
Super burn.
Got everything but the tracking last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I got the tracking tonight.
That sounds like a colloquialism. Got everything but the tracking last night. Hey,
Joined your channel.
Jay
Yeah.
Fenrir's on the high set gate, and I believe he's directly on it.
What's up, people?
Oh man,
He is
it doesn't.
unfortunately
This
right
doesn't
on the
slow me
gate.
down. I took a tracking penalty. It kind of undoes the
Slicer
tracking
bump is real.
penalty.
I went right through the model. Yay.
Armor hit. Oh, God
Remember that
damn
one
it.
time we jumped
Oh well.
in and there was a jump freighter sitting here and we
There's
killed
nothing I
him
could do
with
about it.
frigates? It's like 9 billion right out of the gate. Something else legendary happened in that realm, and I can't remember what it is. Guys, you can jump into Huola. We're not going to roam with a specific test. NT Bros, poke ahead if you can. Anybody else that feels comfortable doing a little bit of scouting, feel free to kind of stick your head into different systems. Daze, what are you flying?
I don't know, whatever ship I was in before.
Zeo's gonna go Corm Camilla.
Why do you sound so upset about it, Daze? This is a
He
happy
doesn't
time.
have director.
I was
Yep.
actually going to get on the test server and make you CEO tonight, so don't be too sad.
Do y'all need anything in particular? Hyena, another scepter.
I would say no to another hyena. Honestly, it'd be great. Because right now we have 8 slicers, so a slicer or hyena, whatever your fancy is. If you
Yeah,
don't
Bob.
have, I think I remember you having lots of SP, but if you don't have EAS 5, don't bother with the hyena, just go slicer. To call Davis, I hope you're not planning on flying that rupture.
No, I'm just coming off of a Spectre fleet getting ready to
Oh,
go.
okay. Sorry, I didn't realize that was you. I was already talking to you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Trolls.
Tickle's Internet Cleveland.
Yep.
And
What's up,
Internet
Zal?
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he calls
Cleveland
me.
from the Family Guy.
He calls me Cleveland, and Spectre calls me Morgan Freeman. And everybody be thrilled to know that I'm pale, translucent white with a false test.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's an
Earlier.
Orthros on scan and Camilla dudes. Get into Cormona, please. KOU, and get on the KAM gate.
I'm into some of these here.
I can
Where-
mitigate a couple of volleys. I don't have my same implants, actually. Maybe not.
Hey, Queenie.
He's toward large outpost.
Queenie, check this out.
Okay.
I'm a magician.
Is that good
I can get all
confidence,
4 penalties.
I'm on the way.
Oh, is he? If he needs an invite, send him one. Coming over at 70. If we cycle in and out and somehow mitigate a few of his volleys, get him into a reload, we'll be golden.
I don't have right standby. Good coffee.
I'm on him for you.
About to land.
Point.
Okay, guys, jump into Camilo, warp to the large. Jump into Camilo, warp to the large at 50, please. I can grab. Ooh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm moving out.
Double
Which
web.
large?
Double web. Large, warp to CO at 50.
Points off.
Warp to CO at 50.
I'm out
See
of
if he can
damage
cycle
range.
back in. He's gonna wreck my
I'm coming,
face.
I'm coming.
He's got a point on me.
It's not really like that, Queen.
Brendan a little bit out.
Not at all,
Let me know
I'd
as you
say,
guys
not
are
at
about
all.
to land. Just get the point back, Zal.
I'm on it,
Zal.
I'm on it.
He has an
Where'd he
aggro
go?
timer. Hold on. Medium.
Medium.
Landing.
I'm gonna broadcast it. Go at different ranges, guys. They just broadcast
I mean,
it.
honestly, I usually get 0 or 1. Sometimes I get 2.
100.
Very rarely I got
Points.
3, and this
Three
is
I'm going 0.
the only time in recent memory I've gotten 4 penalties.
Fucking get him, Materis.
I'm landing with him at 0.
Okay. Get in, guys. Get in quick. High damage ammo. Get in quick.
Point.
Coming in for webs.
Scram.
Webs are on.
I have long point.
Get in. Overheat your damage.
Dropping
Get in.
from point.
Get in. Overheat
I still
damage.
have it.
Yeah.
Well, what I don't want to do is trade people for it this early in the room. Get in and fucking brawl his face off. Overheat gleam. Nice catch, though. That was sweet. He's
I do.
excellent.
We're all
suspect now.
Hell yeah, yeah we are. See, Sard,
Proper
I'm
fleet.
growing.
Well, if Zhao has
Pod.
tipped the spear in your fleet, I would hope you'd be getting some suspect timers early on in the room. Gotta be like
Put it in.
stone drunk and asleep on the floor if there's anything else going on in Zhao's fleet. It's only, there's one or the other.
Get to a station, please. Stock up rep. Link the kill mail. Por favor. Did he still not get the invite, sir? I swear.
I got one, and then a fleet, or sorry, gate jump baited, so.
Oh,
the pod's on
such a
station.
shitty-
Oh my
Pods on
god,
station,
we
grab
got
it.
so wrecked by the loot fairy.
Yeah.
Pods on
we did.
station. Kill him. It warped again.
How do
it
I
docked. Okay,
create a
my bad.
Yeah.
It's alright.
You mean I can't create a squad
you're
while
not
warping?
kidding.
Get out of here.
We got the probe launcher, baby.
Seems like an interesting.
Hey, since we
Addition.
might be going, no, that's the best thing to get.
What happened to Good Coffee this time?
What do you mean?
Where do you want him? Because you just moved him out of fleet.
I did.
He's in squad 3 by himself.
And there he shall remain.
I actually want the boost, so I'm gonna steal a Terrace's spot here and move him up to wing.
Wow. Okay.
What? What
Can
just
you,
happened?
can you,
Be honored.
What?
can you get double? No.
Where do you move me in fleet? I don't even understand.
Now, an important question. Does 2 warp disruptors count as a warp scrambler?
I think you need 3.
The
'cause it's
worm,
like,
the worm I fly says no, but it does take up that slot that people put a stab in.
And of course, star jumps, even though I
I'm
told
gonna
him not
pop
to
up and
jump.
check out
I
Cesaro
control
real
space about
quick,
5
and I
times.
think probably prudent
Fuck you,
to,
game!
Poke around in null for a second, since we're close.
I cheated for top damage there, by the way. I was on grid early. Pew, pew, pew.
It's not cheating if you get the original point. That's
Dude,
a
that's-
So
50
where the
GP
fuck is
plus.
Sard? In
I
this
was,
fleet?
I was going like
Sard is-
6.5k, and he one volleyed me to like
Oh.
1/4 armor. I was like,
Yeah, I saw that.
"Woo!"
At first it looked good. I saw the shield damage. I was like, oh, that's not as bad as I expected. And then suddenly, woo!
Yeah, I was like, time to leave.
Say, Zao, don't you have like awful leadership skills?
Nope, not anymore. Leader 5, Leader 5, and all the subs to 4. I can move out if somebody has all the subs to 5.
Now, if the person
Should
in
not.
wing has better, then it takes the wings skills?
Correct.
Yeah, so I'm passing them through for sure.
Okay.
I will double check just to be sure.
Does anybody have issues with null? Briefly?
Robbie,
Alright.
So actually encourage it.
Sweet. Link me, what is it, Kebipa that we're near, or Ytac? Kebipa, I think. Detail. Link it.
Hey, Mega.
If we're going near Severance, we just fought them in a huge zealot fleet.
Ooh.
They were on zealots?
Let's see who
Yeah,
lasers better.
20 zealots, a blackbird, and 3 guardians.
Mm.
I'm 5 jumps from fleet.
It's like a big version of the slicer.
No,
Oh,
and I is a
they're
big
terrorists.
version of Slicer. Zealot's not quite.
Everybody go to Detal. You are suspect, by the way, so in the event that there are frigates camping a gate or whatever, best not to sit right next to them and not do anything. But move to Detal quickly. Gonna put emphasis here on just covering ground. You and your Link alts
What?
seem to have conflicted emotions about bringing him on the fleet.
I don't think Link Alt will make it all the way out to the Tal.
Where's
before
Hotel?
Link gets webbed.
It's right off of Camilla.
I really wish I had an MGD right now. I really wish I had an MGD right now. Constantly wishing I had MGD when I'm flying this ship. The horror, man, the horror.
There's a Rapier, a Malediction, and an Executioner on scan in Detal toward the KBP gate. So everybody quickly get into Detal, warp KBP. Why are so few people here?
Yumping?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we're
don't
all
have to.
in.
You don't have to yump yet. That might
I
be
yump.
shady. What's on the other side?
30 in local, nothing.
Oh my god, really?
Nothing.
All right, let's yump then.
I have Yumpten.
Yumping.
I'm gonna go towards death.
Death! That's the best Moo Poop impression I can summon.
It doesn't do justice.
Well, I knew that before I tried it, honestly.
I forgot to reload my ANSI. Yay!
Guys, get into KVP, warp to attack, please. If you don't have any attacks in the system, just wait for somebody to say they're at one, warp to them. But please don't sit on the gate needlessly. I do see 2 zealots on scan.
So, XHQ
Cinnable?
is not camped with the saber. That's all.
There wasn't Cinnable. I think it just jumped into you.
It jumped with me.
Is it Volition?
Everybody warp XHQ. Warp XHQ.
Okay.
Yeah, grab me that Cinnable. I'm coming in with webs.
No,
Not
he warped
where there
instantly.
was a Cynical and a Worm working together. Right there.
He warped to W or YSO. I'm warped
Alright.
there with the saber.
Point. Oh, you are in warp there?
Yeah.
Channel switched.
Okay, so I'm actually not a part of their fleet at this point. I don't really feel like going into nullsec. I didn't want to rain on their parade. I'm in kind of a shitty ship for that. I mean, I am fucking burned out. I really wanted to get point on that NATO. I guess I didn't lock him for a second there because my brain was processing when it really shouldn't have been. So my plan was to point the NATO and then follow up on the Osprey, kill the Osprey, start killing NATOs, and then see what comes from that. Unfortunately, it didn't really play out that way. Which is always shitty. I imagine they're going to go right back to the gate, but hey, whatever. Looks like the British jumped. Ah, the silence. Is it really quiet, guys? I'm sorry. I'm kind of focusing. I know I get boring when I focus. I'm so sorry. I hate comms? What do you mean? Oh, there's that guy. Back. Oh man, I jumped at the wrong second. That's the Brutix out. He's warping, ain't he? No, he's not. Can't see that. He's burned back, though. Brutix found himself inside the gate. I was hoping he would not do that. And I did not bump him, which I was hoping I could. So, Typhon on scan? Nice. I don't know how many of those guys followed me to the gate. I'm not seeing any. Yep. Bricks. Here we go. Going too fast for my own good right now. Am I not approaching? I am. Wonder if that executor's with him. I don't know. Holy crap. That guy just sped up loads. That was really sudden. I was not watching that at all. I think I'm dead here. So that is a scram web, and his buddies are going to be on top of me in a second here. Ouch. Really bad play, really bad play. Just not watching people. And he's getting RR from Executor. Looks like my ECM drones are not ECMing the right target. Yeah, I'm dead. Damn, that's all it takes, man. That's all it fucking takes is someone overheating their cruiser, MWD, and I'm not watching it. How frustrating. How fucking frustrating. Yeah, it's an expensive lesson. Nice. A little bit of ECM drones on theirs. Yep. Okay, so they have ECM drones. I don't get jams, they get jams. Solo PvPers, Plight. Per usual. That's really my bad, though. That is really my bad. I fucked up there. Are they letting me go? What is this? Dude, are you guys really letting me go? Or are they just getting another fight? They're getting another fight! Oh my god. They're not letting me go, they're getting another fight. Amazing. Evidently, if you whine enough, you get some assistance from old friends. Alright, let's do this. That missed bump, though, that's painful. He jumps through. Distraction boys! Nah, that was really bad of me, though. That was ridiculously bad of me. Augur just hit MDD, overheat, approach, scram. No problem. Little bit frustrating. That's really, whenever I'm flying these battleships, I don't account for that. I don't think of that. I don't watch for that. I'm really bad about watching over here for velocities. Nah. I find it amusing though. I thought they're giving up, and I have such bad situational awareness with my overview. It's my biggest flaw. It's something I really need to work on. Just spend a lot of time working on. It's very difficult to work on. I'll add as well, but man, I just ran through 800s there. That's why fly zoomed out with tactical enabled, it wouldn't help. I wasn't paying attention. And my perspective wasn't good. it's the sort of thing you need to be watching velocity, or be watching to see if things are flying out at you. I don't know what I was paying attention at the time, but I was not paying attention to people that augur like someone flying into me like that. I think I was like looking at the Typhoon or something, looking for RR and seeing RR effects or something like that. I wasn't paying attention. Fucking Exodus. Yeah, it starts Lincoln. Get it. It's exactly what's playing through their minds. Exactly. Dirty blubbers. Exactly. They want their sweet, sweet retribution. Well, where there's 3 Exodus, there's about 10. Always. I don't know why I think this is a good idea, but I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna go for it. If I had a heavy newt, this would be not an awful idea. Really? Huh. Oh, it's Sarah, okay. I really, 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 really wish I had an MJD. Like, it's painful how much I wish I had an MJD. I can't understate how much I wish I had MJD. MJD would be making my life so wonderful right now. Olé! Nope, didn't want those drones anyway. Whoops. Yeah, okay. I'll be back for you, Jones. Watch every... Slayer, I have so many videos I need to upload. I'm just really bad about uploading videos on YouTube. Try to get some up tonight. Hey, Zach. Yeah, I'm playing music right now, copyrighted music, so there's an issue with audio for sure. Well, that felt good, a little bit. LC, okay. Sad I couldn't run down anything else. Looks like I talked at the right time. Looks like my LAR reloaded. Hopefully I did. Let's throw some more of those in there. Oh, did I talk at the wrong system? Shit. Okay. Well. So, I don't know about you guys, but there's something kind of interesting I want to share with you. I'm actually at a loss. So I have this fitting, right? And I have nearly 70 CPU open, and I have 2 hyperspatials sit to my ship. I don't know how this happened. I thought I was supposed to take away my CPU, but it does not. So I'm at a loss, guys. I don't really know how to deal with this other than rejoice and be ecstatic and stuff. It's really cool. I'm warping at 2.8 AU per sec, and it feels good. I don't suppose there's some null for sale on this station. Yes, there is. I'll buy all 2,000 of it. Boop, 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 boop. Why the nanofire? I like to go fast, man. This is a, like, all gank, fuck the tank nano fit. Even though all my speed is vested in 1 nanofiber, it still allows me to go kind of a little bit faster. To be honest, faster than I have rights to, but hey.
Channel switched.
You turned back!
Huh?
I see you in system.
No, we were trapped, so we were gonna come back this way anyways, and then we heard about what was happening.
Things and stuff, yeah. Well, 7-2's here in a, like, anti-support fleet. If you want to shoot that.
I don't think that would go great for us, but we can certainly try.
Yeah.
Let's get him, Peter.
Got nowhere else to be.
We're just small DPS, we're not really support.
Well, tell that to the people shooting at you.
Alright, well, I'm gonna jump back over to Sisade and see if those guys are reshipped.
Which guys?
DT.
What were they in before?
Kitchen sink, BC, BS stuff.
Alright, well, we're gonna drift around for the party if you don't mind.
That's cool.
We'll move on once your style is sufficiently cramped. Everybody jump on my mark. We're secede, please, and hold. You know what we're in, yeah?
Freeze, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I may have stolen one of your pilots to come rescue me.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
I baited him with money.
Totally fine.
Best bait. Oh yeah, they're out in space.
Baden, Astarte, Bargus, Brutix.
Yeah, they're all at
Ranger,
station though. That's a lot of stuff.
It's the same shit that they were. Sure, okay. Warping over at 50. I'm sure he's
They're
outside. Except if you're an NT and fleet, please. Except.
The number is painful to hear. What number is that,
To
American?
get in, warp to the medium outpost and secede. It's only one. I believe in you, Days.
Open at 0.
You should double web whole
When you get
tank
here, instantly go
your
in.
alt and put a Seabull on it. I should.
Ta-da-da! Only Stratios left.
Cinnabul coming in. Cinnabul landed.
Point on Stratios.
Okay, I'm gonna see what the Cinnabul does. Cinnabul's going for me. Guys, jump in, warp to the medium, jump in, warp to the medium.
Is that on outside?
Yes, sir.
Hannibal scrammed.
I'm coming.
Webs on Cinnabul. Get in, dudes, get in. I'm getting fucking wrecked by the Cinnabul.
Coming.
I'm doing
I
nothing
might
to the
die here.
Cinnabal.
Yeah, well, our damage isn't here yet. I'm trying to kite him out.
He's got me yellow boxed.
Keep him pointed, keep him pointed.
I haven't pointed and scrambled.
Pointed.
Okay, just deep some down, dudes. How's the Stratio stays? Overheat Gleam on the Cinnabul. Overheat Gleam on the Cinnabul. Get in, brawling down. There's no point in kiting. He'll trade too easily on us with range. What's the update? Second Cinnabul coming in?
Where are you at?
ASL is prime, dudes. We're
Check
on
medium.
the medium.
You're in Secade?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh god, okay.
Overheat on
Wow.
ASL, dudes. How's his HP?
He's breaking armor now.
Somebody give me a point on the reppy. Give me a point on the reppy. I'm coming back in. Call the
Cinnabul's
point.
down, Cinnabul's down.
Okay, reppy prime.
Point.
Angie, you got him? Nice.
No,
Yep,
not
got
an
one
AP
point.
Mega.
Okay, he's prime. Pull range. Load Aurora, pull range. Demon bounce if you have to. Dude, pod ASL. Pod ASL. What the hell,
Got him
dudes? Nice. Good pod.
Ruppy pointed.
Pull range. We only need a long point on the reppy. He's about to be webbed. Please do not fucking brawl this rupture. We do not need it.
He's armor fit.
Yeah, it's fine. Just keep Aurora, orbit, high range, keep long points on me. Who's responsible for the long point right now?
Demon
That's
has
yours?
1 point.
Okay, Demon. Everybody else
I'm
can
dropping
save
my
the
point.
cap. Yeah, everybody else save cap.
Confessor coming in.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
at
don't
100.
worry about it. Don't worry about him.
Do
We'll
we
come
loot
in and
that
try
wreck?
to pick people
The
off.
Cinnabul wreck.
Yeah, somebody loot it. Who's near it? Tikal? Can you loot it, dude?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Don't worry about the Confessor yet. Let me know if he's connecting well with somebody.
Confessor looks like he's shooting the. Looks like he's shooting the rupture.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
shooting
exec, we're about to swap
Darkos.
to the exec. Yeah, I see that as well. Exec prime, dudes. Again, stay safe. I'm gonna keep one web on the Ruppy. He's no danger. All damage on the exec.
Keeping
Sorry to hear him down.
Ruppy.
I'm coming. It's lost off
Terrorist in
again.
charge of exec. Guardian.
point.
Pull range. Overheat out. Pull range. We'll go, don't leave grid.
The Stratios.
We're off.
Don't leave grid. Get this exec first, Sard. Then we'll go for the Guardian. Exec prime, dudes, but please do not get caught, for the love of Christ.
Bring out for this Blackbird. Him.
Okay.
The Confessor's out there.
We gotta swap to this Guardian. Well, it won't fucking matter. If we can't break the exec, we can't break the Guardian.
They got a Vagabond in.
Because I only
Yeah,
got
go
long
swap
point.
for the Vega. All the slicers burn for the Vega. All the slicers burn out for the Vega. He's on the opposite side of everything else. Burn, 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 burn. When in doubt, overheat down. There's nobody down. Bounce out if you get low. Double web Vega.
What? I'm down.
Scram
Yeah,
Vega.
this is brutal. Yeah, we can't do anything. 2 Guardians. Pull range, dudes. Pull range, pull range, pull range. If anybody has an MMJD, anchor it near side.
I'm fine. No, I'm good. I'm good.
If anyone needs a mobile depot, there's one in my corpse.
Guys, burn toward this Confessor. Burn toward this Confessor. Sea Junkies. I'm gonna get webs on
He's
him.
trying to assist.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. For some reason, I thought he was AD.
Nope. Nope.
Only thing I can do is throw some long-range webs outside. That's about it.
Can you web tickle?
I'm with y'all.
Sorry, what is he in?
Tickle and a slicer?
I'm with y'all.
He's with us. All the slicers are us.
Oh, okay.
Keep off of the Megatron, by the way. Don't aggress hard.
Damn, so I
Guys,
didn't
burn
kill
down.
enough
Look where
already?
CO is. Look where CO is. Burn down, please. Get near me. Let's group up a little bit. We're gonna... Yeah, we just can't fucking do anything. 2 Guardians and an exec.
Nope.
Okay, deeps the Vaga if you can. Deeps the Vagabond if you can. He's dual webbed.
Is Shiloh with you?
Yes. All the frigs on grid are us.
Okay. It's on fleet.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
warping. Grab something, dudes. Not Sea Junkies. Leave Sea Junkies alone.
That's everything.
The fuck?
Nothing
What was that about? Why would they have left?
Save the Cynical. Or
I'm-
Rupture. I guess they saved the Rupture, yeah?
Yeah, whoever died, reship in the same thing, please. You can probably buy it all in system. It's a pretty good market. Check for the shit like rigs, the weird stuff first, and make sure they have it. Well, that was... what happened to the Stratios days?
I left it a while ago.
Okay. Did not expect that to end that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they were. Like they weren't in danger, huh?
Yeah, no, that's my thing. There was no reason for them to leave. There might not have been a reason to stay, but there was no reason to leave. Unless they know something we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Blackbird down.
There's no
The lack of
malediction
shit
in
talk is
system.
confusing. I'm docking, their home station is top station. If you need to rep or drop off loot, do that at the bottom station, please. That's where I'm headed now.
That's smart calling Blackbird.
That looked pretty grim for me there for a second. Cinnable was applying really well.
Yeah, I think he started with Barrage Loaded because right about the time you hit 26k, you were just getting chunked.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to come back for round 2.
I don't know, this is like round 2 or 3 for them right now. They got a lot of people.
Yeah, but that was as good a setup as they were going to get, quite frankly. Just leave the 3 Logi on grid, go back and get beefier shit. Or 3 Logi and 1 tackle. They could have tanked it easy.
3 Logi and 1 taco? I want a taco.
I'll bring you Kitsun with all of Margins.
Taco actually sounds really good.
It always sounds
Like
good,
an
let's be fair.
Alpastor.
Hey,
That is true.
can you invite me back to Fleet now that you guys are nearby and I'm nearby and we're all nearby and I can get you links?
If you insist. There you are. Slicers, just chill toward bottom station. If you're in an NT and you're comfortable poking around, feel free, but... Is that what you end up doing, dude?
Luck's on his way out.
Okay. Am I streaming? I like when people ask that. They refuse to open the browser and check.
Link is symbol kill.
To be fair, I'm one of those people. I just asked. Most of the time it's because
It's a rare day using links, not at all. I've been using them a lot lately, Slayer. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to chat. And
Hey, CEO, everything in that Cinnable loot was T2 and ammo. Do you want anything, or just...
No, you're good, dude. It's fine.
Cool.
The only thing I ever really sort of ask you guys to give me outright is RF Disrupts or Fed Navy Webs, because those are the only 2 faction mods I use consistently. All their shit stocking up on their station.
Okay.
There's a NATO out, but he's obviously right on the undock. What happened to that? Demon, wasn't it you that was supposed to get the court bookmark earlier?
Yeah.
What
After
happened
we
to that?
left, I deleted it.
Stoop is back out in the Mac. Why would you delete it?
Didn't think we'd be using it that much. I'll come back, I'll make another one, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'm kind of low on money right now,
For me,
so
at least.
Not to you.
I'm not going to see nano faction
I'm in a
ships for a while.
cross line away.
Just kind of doing a bunch of T1 battleships
Okay,
a little bit more
they're
insurable.
aggressing me. My carry-all on station's aggressing me.
There's no one here. Am I kidding? Queen is too blue to get a fight. Is this...
Quite a bit of
ships are in the
stuff
last
on docking
order.
here, mostly just arty shit though. Tune into my stream to see what they have. I've become the Mad Annie of low-sec small gang. Just had something warp to P7 belt 2. Can I get an NT over there, please?
I'm gonna put my resignation in now, if that's what you intend to do.
Oh, I definitely want to.
Don't
my
tempt me.
corporal and official resignation.
The shortest tenure ever. Is somebody going there, NTs?
Going.
Thank you.
It was the Confessor that was with us.
Oh, okay, cool. Still hanging out here. Does anybody know who this Yamanashi dude is? It's their Sino, right? I have him marked -10, which means he's somebody's Sino.
I don't have any notes.
Yeah, he's bound to be their Sino. Yeah, he is. I recognize that corp.
Yeah. There's some
a-
people that have been
that's
pretty much picking up mayonnaise, filling up his shoes. I've seen a couple of streams that kind of do the same thing and just put, donations all over the place and stuff. Haven't really seen them actually stream much content.
Well, I don't know if I'm tempting them out or just inhibiting the next fight by staying on their station, so I guess I'll leave.
Yeah, I'm heading over towards Igmar, then Hado, then back that way. Give them time to reship the stuff.
Okay. Well, here, I'm trying to think how to do this so we don't have to stalk you for you to get your own links. So I feel like it'd be a little ridiculous.
I have Chal and Odeline. If you need Skirm and Shield, that's what I have them in right now.
I don't think you guys need them, but if you're in system, I'd rather you guys have them when I'm there with you.
Yeah, let me just bump you down where Coffee is Squad 1 command, and you're in that squad.
Yeah, and then
And
when
if
you
you
get
come back to
combat,
meet
you
up with
can...
us, I'll adjust.
Yeah, yep. I appreciate that, thank you. Alright, well, I have some stuff on Igmar. I don't know
So
if
this
I'll
Bargist
check.
is actually probably gonna catch me here.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, Lord.
Maybe. He's fast, man.
They do that.
Is it Miker?
No.
No, it's Slater 13.
Oh, okay.
Got him webbed off the dock radius, I believe. He's probably on. The station blows. They do have a Hugin out now as well. That's
Plan to take any more BCs like that
GG for
Cyclone
me.
Sword? Probably not today.
Listen, you go.
Probably going to be doing BSs today. I just kind
I
of
let the Bargus go.
ad hoc stream. Squeeble said he's going to be streaming.
I just got
wanted to kind of
grazed
support
and it
him.
nearly
By support him, I
took me
mean
down.
just go solo,
Bargus is back
7
on
trips
me.
away. You know how it goes. Looks like that guy just went to Orfold.
Ooh, okay. His volleys don't hurt at all. Thank God.
Long story short, he started a thread on Evo. Yeah. Someone didn't know about Manini. He's a character, that one.
Okay, they actually do hurt quite a bit. Just kidding.
Well, what Zerali's not also saying is that he also
Sorry?
got a little bit over $1,000 in donations, if not more. Built a PC, promised content, and then pieced out with all the money.
No
User disconnected from your
I don't know why people give him money, but it's up to people to donate money as they please. But he is a character, that one. I think they're great, Vice. I think it's not.
You're clear.
The CPU penalty on most battleships was just incredibly. What's a good word for it? It destroyed the ability to really fit anything.
As well?
I didn't really feel that it was warranted.
There's something coming for me.
Half the CPU penalty I would have been okay with,
the top
but
station. I get the
5% on max skills per rig is just ridiculous.
From bottom station.
On top of that, you're sacrificing a rig slot,
Let me know
which
when you're
is,
about to land, please. They're all going to
kind of a big deal.
Us.
So getting rid of the CPU penalty and making a signature radius penalty,
yes, no, maybe.
Kind of a big deal in my eyes. It's good. It's a good change.
Inties.
They're very powerful rigs, but
you're
still getting, you're still sacrificing a lot of on-grid performance for them. So
do I have any NTs in Secede?
I think it's more or less balanced.
Awkward.
Limiting is a kind of not the word I would look for.
Can I land over to top station, dudes?
So you want me back in that slicer in TCF?
I'm coming back.
Either one, really.
4 slices of line from bottom station.
Oh my god, really?
This is not good.
That dude just about let me locked in. Just about.
Don't think it's gonna matter briefly, I just got scrammed. Yeah, I'm gonna get bleps.
Yeah, it was crippling. I mean, some ships could handle it. Galentis ships, for the most part, could handle it. Mimitar ships could in a
pinch. On the other hand...
But there's a lot that couldn't at all handle it.
Clinch factor 8.
Battleships are too slow to warp. They're definitely too slow. I feel like they can at least use a little bit of a bump that, like, say, Battlecruiser's got at point 2. That would be a huge change. And then another point 2, another point 2, until we're back up to 3. I mean, that's... I think battleships are fun. I think they should be fun to run around in.
Let me know when you guys are
Making them slow and warp is like an anti-fun thing, but I do kind of feel that nerfing them a little bit in the rigs isn't unwarranted, I guess.
He's still aggroed, called a long point.
Red Rum, I saw that I was actually going to play my Groove Shark playlist, then saw that it was closed down due to copyright violations. Nasty stuff. I don't. Why did I send you to Resbro? I know I'm not going to get any content in Resbro. I'm dumb.
Haha, Zach's here. What's he doing for the AT? Anything?
He's in Rifterlings, isn't he?
Yeah, but what are they doing?
That's a good question.
Is Point Blank doing it? I don't think they're doing anything.
I tried to get Rifterlings to join with us, but no success, obviously.
Well, they have their own alliance. I mean, I guess that's the point of pride right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is fair, but
Ashima?
Putting it together from scratch is daunting for either one of us independently.
Yeah.
Guys, get to the gate. NTs, get to the gate. If this Ashmate picks up... There he is, yep. Hopefully Zach will follow him through. Don't aggress, don't aggress, don't aggress, don't aggress, don't aggress. Get down toward the gate, dudes. He jumped. Can anybody follow him? Zach, I think, went through.
Zach's still in loco.
Can anybody get through the gate?
I had to burn down, so probably not.
Junkies went through.
Okay. Yeah, but he can get capped out. Get down on the Ezra gate if you're not there currently. Let's see if we get lucky with this.
CJ should be injected in his setup.
You're checking my playlist? Oh, yeah. Well...
Master's gone.
It can be rebuilt. It's not really that big of a deal. It sucks, but hey, whatever. So it goes. I mean, it was bound to happen at some point.
Is on one of us.
Nah, I wouldn't worry about Zach, honestly.
So what you say about me when I land on
Yep,
your fleet?
Groove Shark's done.
Yeah, typically.
Law cut up.
Sard's the only one that's just like, fucking, let's kill him. It's a bad influence.
It's fucking Sard.
We'll be like working with somebody too, with like an unspoken rule, you know, enemy of our enemy thing, and
Right.
Sard's just like, oh, they're close. Let's go. I've got Scram. Jesus.
Swords broke up 2 of my corpse low-sec rooms, frigate rooms.
I mean, I
Sorry,
don't
not
think
sorry.
it's at all. I don't think it's at all shady or anything. I really struggle with it. I cringe every time.
One of my directors was like, "Damn, I saw it." And I was like, "Oh, you in a pod? We gone."
Like, I wish there was AoE suspect
Okay.
status, and I could just, like, do something so heinous that makes everyone around me suspect.
I was gonna report this Confessor Eris, but I should not have gotten that excited.
I said the law caught up.
What
so
system is fleeting?
litigation due to copyright violation.
Days, why are you linking that?
What am I linking?
Unless that was old. Oh yeah, that was super old.
That nice fleet scroll up window.
Okay, I see who's in here now.
They're trying
I would
to
also
discourage
like
these
to make
beast
an
fleets.
announcement.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good
This is good
assessment.
for everybody. If you take all of your fits that you drag to market,
And you
quick
pretty much
bar,
had
everybody does that,
battlecruisers and
you
battleship
delete them and
being
redrag
the
them
de
over
facto
from
roaming
your,
comp, the de
fits
facto
that now has the number of
ship to
things
use
that
in
you need to buy
PvP for the better
attached to
part
it.
of, I don't know, 5+ years?
Mhm.
8, 10? You know,
It
they're
doesn't do it with
bigger ships are always better.
You have to like delete the market quick bar
So
and drag
they
all
did a
the
great job of
Yeah, that's
making
not
it
something
so
I do,
that
but I really ought to.
battlecruisers and battleships are no longer the de facto way of by making battlecruisers and battleships not fun to fly because
That's my public service announcement for the day.
they're slow to move around. Yeah, good job
Mine is
speeding
that
that.
recently I've just been craving tortilla chips.
I think it's a terrible way to
Like,
balance,
almost
which is
daily.
just make something
Not salsa,
not fun.
guacamole, none of that. I just want tortilla chips.
How's the salt in your diet?
Probably not. Probably plenty of it. Eat a very wide variety of foods. That most of them have.
I'm pretty
salt.
sure they could revert
I
the
think I'm
warp
just pregnant.
changes.
Yeah, pretty much tortilla chips is cornmeal, lard,
Put
and
BCs
salt,
to
so
3AU, BS to
That's
3AU,
the
which would pretty much make warp speed rigs not all that valuable anymore.
I just need to.
And the metagame would still be pretty strong.
craving more
I think that would still be the case.
level up.
These are curves.
I think you'd have a lot more people flying around in battleships, and you know it starts swinging back
Having
towards
listened to
battleship
that Megan Trainor
metagame. I think
symbol,
battlecruisers would still be
Who's
very
Megan Trainor?
she's
lacking
all
in the
about
current
base.
metagame, but
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't.
they didn't need to make them
You're
unfun to
less.
fly or anything after the cruiser
No
buffs.
trouble?
Yeah,
Treble? I don't know.
The voice of a generation.
since that alone essentially killed off a lot of BCBS usage. I agree.
That Hendrix guy, he's fucking garbage. But this girl, she's going places.
Hendrix didn't have a message, but this girl, she's all about that chunky lifestyle, and I think that speaks to all of us.
Oh my.
Hendrix didn't have a message. Where was that resign? I'm fucking done with this already. I knew it. I knew it would never pass between me and you.
Hey, I'm back on station with them. Nothing's happening. They're docking up.
That moment when you realized you were roaming in Null with drugs in your link alt, and you decloaked on a gate and they asked for him. I almost instinctively hit no, but they got him this time.
Okay, I have a feeling Slater is
So-
gonna worth risk me
Vice, how do you feel about
to an
this?
early grave.
For the Hurricane in particular, but I also think the Tempest can take this and maybe some other
This
ship.
is a good ship for that.
But the Tempest and the Hurricane,
Right.
give it a 10% damage bonus and a 5% fall bonus. How would you think that alone would put specifically the
2 out of
Hurricane?
10 trolling happening in local. I don't know if this guy's actually
current
mad
metagame.
or if they just get bored sitting in Sissy.
I think
kinda
it
refuse
still
to
needs
do
some
the
fitting
former.
changes, the Hurricane specifically, but I think that change for the Tempest and the Hurricane would put them in a much better standing.
Wow. Kite Mega is bullshit, apparently. That's what I'm learning.
But that's the car I want to buy. Looks like I need to pick a new car.
Okay, can we get some eyes on the map to find out where we should be headed? Because this is a bust.
Exactly.
I already have a carries fit, so I'm bringing a carries.
Cool.
Unless you want
Days,
to
what else do you have,
fit
then?
something else.
Don't get snarky unless you have alternatives.
Should try to bump him.
We got about 5 dudes.
It needs the second newt. Single minute doesn't give you enough. Well, with them dropping
They don't
slots
know that
from
they're dudes.
BCs, where do you sacrifice that slot?
Here, from Slater.
I agree that the utility, second utility high is really what made the Hurricane the Hurricane, but then again, you have the rest of the package too. It had amazing fitting, it had great mobility, it had a great damage, a weapon system. And suddenly that weapon system became really crappy with a lot of ships that had better projection, with drones being buffed. And with hybrids being
Burning with
buffed.
very little transversal.
And
Don't
lasers
recommend
still
it.
being good.
The Sorthus is actually coming out toward me, or it was.
I feel like the single medium
And
newt
they
is
got
not
that Tracy Chapman
really the
syndrome.
biggest problem. The biggest problem for me whenever I'm looking at Hurricane is the fitting. The fitting is so bad these days.
Anybody remember that? That
They nerfed the
Travis
crap out
pod?
of the fitting.
That was not a hot track.
That was a super hot track.
Not at all, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
But that's definitely a big part of
It really
the
lined
problem.
over to,
Like,
top
double
station,
utility
not
slots
already,
is
but
amazing and
In fact, the fact
a really
that
cool
you
movement
sang
power
it, and
trait.
then I immediately started singing it in my head. I'm sad about it. I'm really sad about that.
We should buy another mid slot for 50% of Mars ships. There's a lot of Mars ships that are
Yeah,
getting
so
the mids
Two
they
best songs of the last 50
need.
years, that and
There's a lot
Hindsight
that
mixtape.
don't have the mids they want, for sure.
Yeah, I did it. Not happy with that last comment, but Days, where are we going?
What would I do to it if I had the chance? I would attempt
this
that
bores me.
damage plus fall off change to the
Okay, so
Hurricane
what are you-
and the
what are you
Tempest.
doing?
For the Hurricane, I would give it a
married to
bit
you
more
now? Is that
fitting.
why you're bitching
Look,
with me?
probably I don't know.
Or what's the?
I don't know
what's
how
the
much,
thing
but
here?
probably in the hundreds.
You're gonna do your
At least 100
weekly
more power
Sunday
grid
ice cream
to
in
the Hurricane,
silence
maybe
with
even
Dairy
more.
Queen in front of it.
Probably more.
Like,
I don't. I would have to really
Human
play around with the
outlook.
fitting a bit and play around with
Remember
what
when
fits,
we
what
used
doesn't.
to enjoy coming here? Me neither.
now we
Give
just
me cancer
co-parent.
now.
I like its slot layout.
Where are we going, Days?
I think giving it that would make both autocannons
Wherever you want to go.
and artillery very powerful on
really?
that ship. The volleys on artillery would be very
Is this like
competitive.
the where
It'd be
you
cool.
want to eat dinner thing?
But the biggest thing for me
How about
is
Olive
putting
Garden? I don't like Olive Garden.
the turrets into a good spot. I
You
feel
made
like
us eat it for the
lasers
last
are in a pretty good
42
spot.
months
I don't feel
straight.
like they need to
But now I don't
tweak
like
all
it.
that much.
I'm not allowed
That
to
would-
change my mind. People
I don't know.
change.
I'm really not
you
feeling
change.
Aga. I'm mocked Alvard.
All right, let's go Ezra then.
I don't know about Ezra.
You can do it Vadi Totron-ish area.
Channel switched.
I'm just talking right now. I feel that lasers are in a pretty good spot. I feel blasters have too much range. On the medium, it's a little bit on the medium, very much on the small scale. And then autocannons just feel very subpar because of how competitive blasters are range-wise, and then the raw damage output for them. I don't know how much of a buff I'd really want to give autocannons. I definitely would want to tweak null on blasters. I don't like the idea of power creep where in the past I felt that blasters, autocannons, and lasers were fairly well balanced. They can work because you would get into situations where you can use the second newt to you needed the second newt to even out the fight. It is a great anti-tackle ship, but against anything of similar class, it wasn't ideal unless you really outflew your opponent. Yeah, I mean, I came into a lot of situations where a Drake would outfly me. I typically newed out Harbingers. Myrmidons, the second newt actually made you competitive enough to deal with an active tank, potentially. I just don't know how you give the Hurricane 2 utility highs with the slot layout. Do you take away a low slot? Is that what you do? I definitely think it needs a double damage bonus, given that every other battle cruiser that has 6 guns has a double damage bonus. Every single battle cruiser has a double damage bonus, plus some other bonus. The Hurricane's the only one with the double damage bonus. Even if it's a rate of fire plus damage, I understand that's better than just 10% damage that the other battle cruisers get. But they also have a second bonus on top of that. You could think of it as a third bonus. So I find it very frustrating that the Hurricane's in that spot. The Tempest is kind of in the same spot. Although I think the Tempest is a much better position, just because large turrets are in a better spot. Even then, I think the Tempest damage has always been fairly anemic. I'd like to see autos have more fall off. They buff autocannon fall off. I think their autocannon fall offs is in an okay spot. There are just not that many ships that really benefit from. There's not that many ships that have fall off bonuses, and the fall off bonuses for autocannon ships doesn't really mean much when you have this world where. What happened? No. But anyway, so we're in this world where there are rapid light missile launchers that are incredibly effective at killing support. You have laser boats like the Omen Navy issue that are just incredible for their projection and ability to kill support. You have drone ships that apply ridiculously well and just destroy support. There's so much anti-support in the game, it's not even funny right now. Ships that are really good at it. So when you look at autocannons, and even though autocannons can be good anti-support ships too, they don't project well at all. I would argue that the original Kane needed the second nuke to be competitive when they... Oh yeah, blah blah. I still see a lot of Drakes, but just lull Drakes more than anything, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I haven't really, sat down and put all the numbers on the table, like, say, Gorski's been doing, or, God, what the fuck is his name? The guy that did the Armageddon video. It's bothering me, I don't remember his name. Suetonia, like Suetonia's been doing. I mean, I have general kind of ideas on what I think the balance should go. I don't think there's any one balancing decision, though. I think there's a lot of changes that need to be done between a lot of different weapon systems.
User joined your channel.
Hey, Zao.
Hey.
You still gonna be roaming?
Yeah, I'm gonna come find you.
Okay, sweet.
What do you need? You want anti-tackle?
That'd probably be best, yeah.
Alright, I'll grab a Oni or Orcus or something.
Well, they have looked at projectile weapons, and I think they're going the right path in that projectiles, in comparison to, say, blasters, need a bit more range. The range buff that they gave projectiles, I think, is pretty good.
You're in the Mega? No.
I'm in a Mega, yeah. What I envisioned for projectiles was, on the higher tier weapons, a bit more. On the lower tier weapons, I think a little bit less fall off. The way I saw it is from before they added the 7.5% fall off. Tier 2, so you have Tier 1 autocannons like a D180, then you have a Tier 2 autocannon, and then you have a Tier 3 autocannon. And currently you gain like 1 extra fall off and then 2 extra fall off for 220 and a 425. The way I see it is you double that, so for 220s you get 12 km fall off, and for 425s you get 14 km fall off. I still think they should, do that. I don't necessarily think autocannons need more DPS. I just think that blasters need less range. And then there should be maybe a hard look at blaster damage output, stuff like that. I don't want to see blasters becoming, a weapon system that does nearly the same damage output of, say, autocannons at all. But for small blasters especially, the damage output from those ships is obscene in comparison to projectiles 2.8.
Okay.
The difference between sizes of autocannon is too little? Absolutely, Queen. That is absolutely true. That is 100% true. I always fit smaller tier autocannons if I get something out of the fitting. So to me, the difference difference in range is made up, and damage output is made up in tracking. You'll see a lot of fits out of mine that have like 425s and 220s or 800 millimeters and D650s. And people are really curious about that. Why do you have different size autocannons? And it's all about, I don't really lose much by downgrading my guns. And that's an interesting quirk of autocannons. I don't think that's a bad thing. I do think you should get, kind of like you guys are saying though, a little bit more for fitting the higher tier autocannons though. Double Osprey, ooh. That's a lot of reps. And Hyena. That's a lot of... Fuck me.
6, 7 out, something like that.
I don't think... Well, here's the thing with lasers, though. Even though they're a good weapon system, you're limited by the damage type. You're heavily limited by the damage type. Kind of similar to blasters. I don't think that lasers are always going to be super dominant. They also don't do incredibly high damage output, especially if you're actually abusing laser range with Scorch. Like an Omen Navy issue is only putting out, like, with heat, maybe 300 DPS from turrets. It's really good, but it's not a lot. Why didn't I warp? Oh, he went inside. Oh. Oh, jeez. I thought that was a different medium. My bad. I'm so bad. I thought that was a different Plex. Didn't look at the range. Those guys have so much stuff. Why aren't they heading over here? Hey, well, how's it going, man? Oh, dude, turn off the stream. Stay for finals. I'll be uploading this stream eventually. School first, man. School first. Hurry, but where do I know this name from? Is that Winbatar? I see. Sea Junkie's like, yeah, I hit out the 80 km. Get out of here, Merlin. Did he actually hit them? Oh, he hasn't hit any volleys. How does tracking work? No, don't get me wrong, Vice Virtue. I mean, I was right there with you when you guys discovered oracles. And oracles still are amazing. They're just waiting to be tapped when large weapons become really viable in the metagame. I mean, oracles are still really good right now. They're still really good. Not pretty, really good. And there's a big reason why APOCs are so popular, blah blah blah. They have no damage consistency. Well, they definitely do once you finally get in close, but that's the thing with autocannons. It's always been the thing with autocannons, is that you have this option with autocannons. Not only do you have the ability to choose your damage types, which vastly immediately makes them a very valuable option when in comparison to lasers, but you have the option to do really good damage in brawl and then actually do a little bit of ranged stuff. And say if you fight against a laser ship, let's say, okay, let's talk about, say, I don't know, a Harbinger versus a Hurricane. You can actually use Barrage versus a Harbinger if you're an armor-tanked Hurricane. Force the Harbinger to use Scorch, which is god-awful against an armor Hurricane, while doing a pretty good damage type against Harbinger's armor tank. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not a terribly effective thing, but that used to be a very valid tactic and common tactic way back in the day. And I miss that being a valid kind of aspect to PvP, but I understand that it has a lot more to do with the growth of the game than anything else. Like, the fact that you can't, say, get a 1v1 with a Harbinger and a Hurricane and have these interesting kind of weapon engagements where the choice of ammunition used and weapon types used can be kind of as man, I am just really brain dead right now. You can have a lot of variety to the combat, where you can actually swap between ammo types and be able to do different types of tactics depending on the weapons that are being used, like that Harbinger versus Hurricane example. You can't really do that these days, more because people have friends, and it's very inefficient to be doing that style of fighting more than anything else. Like that low DPS Scorch versus Barrage thing doesn't really exist anymore, just because the amount of time it takes for someone to try to kill someone using that tactic, someone's going to have friends by then. There's a lot more people playing the game these days. Okay, both those ships have ECM drones. So you're determining whether or not someone's going to win on the roll of a dice, which has always been in the game. Okay, so you nano the Harb and then you nano the Hurricane. I would say all the Harbinger would have to do is just get into range for newts, or just pull away and warp out or die. But I think I'd say the Hurricane is actually a very powerful ship for taking on other BCs, just because, well, if you're looking back in the day, because of the double newts. These days, single newt, not so much. Absolutely not so much. It's funny when we talk about these sort of things, Vice. I automatically think back to when the Hurricane was good, and I think, oh yeah, when you had your double newts. It has a little bit to do with us talking about it, but... I have double tracking enhancers, so with Null, I'm hitting out 15 KM on the optimal plus...
I'm jumping in system with you.
What was that?
Jumping in system with you.
Okay. Plus 25 fall off. It's pretty good range. Really good range, really. Then I have a tracking bonus because it's a mega hull, so... Very, very good. Very good application. That's a lot of NATOs. Dead Terrorist just has like 4 NATOs unlocked right now. It's enough to volley my links. Yeah, I agree, Vice. Don't get me wrong, I agree. Just, I don't know how you give it back the utility of double newts, because everything has one less high slot now. Like, what do you do?
Been to Sino yet?
Sorry? No. That's where, like, all the natives and stuff are in Cicade. I'm moving on towards Golem. Just kind of going back and forth between Cicade and Golem and seeing if anything happens. All the 7-2 guys have moved out of Unlock. I don't know what they're doing. Nope. Never mind. I just have bad settings. Standings on my alt.
Oh, yeah, okay.
How's the Ferox nowadays? Never saw one back in the day. Haven't seen one recently out there.
I saw him on yours.
The Ferox is in a really good spot these days, if in comparison to where it used to be in the battlecruiser meta game. It has 7 guns right now. It doesn't have a damage bonus, but 7 guns right now is really good. Most commonly, like some of the more powerful fittings for it is actually using small guns, like light neutron blasters with a double Ansel tank. Very powerful, very good against anti-support. It's not popular at all, just because battlecruisers aren't all that popular, but it's a pretty interesting ship these days, whereas in the past it was pretty mediocre, one-dimensional. You'd revert the BC slot and possibly fitting nerfs and keep the old... But keep this, the nerfs. Interesting. You know, when you think of it that way, Bias, I kind of like that line of thinking. Just revert all those changes. I don't really think in terms of that because that's never been done. They've never reverted changes like that this late into the game. It's unheard of for that to happen.
You going to Loam or Bosberg?
Yeah, there's some dudes in Bosper, but these are Urshakans, so they're probably going to be inside of Plex, farming. It's really dead over here, man. I might head over to Dix and call it. I think I'm going to do that.
Okay. Hey, I found a NATO and a Merlin.
Over in Amok?
NATO just went suspect.
Where yet?
Amok.
Sweet, heading your way. It's probably Dead Terrace, but we'll see how it goes. I'm working on Muck.
You work out? He went to station, there the other one's there. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here.
Regular BC really needs something to be competitive. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
He's in Secede, Mock.
Okay. I think it's actually a really good line of thinking. It'd help the Drake. The Drake's
distribution in Secede.
Been at a pretty bad spot. It'd help the Hurricane back to get him back on its feet. Brutix, I mean, everything just pretty much would be back. Like you'd have some ships that would not be in a good spot. Like say the Brutix, the utility high slot in the Brutix is pretty fucking amazing.
On grid for a bit?
Okay, heading your way. Okay, so you're back in Secede?
Secede, yep.
So let's see how much I can fuck up here trying to nano with this ship.
Oh wait, I went back to go play around and I went to the wrong station. Or not, and they moved. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, there's 2 expert distributions, and I'm going to the retail center now, so I think that's where they are.
What's to say? Yeah, they live in the top station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As long as you know.
Yeah, they're all here on grid.
Well, evidently we have some Rift Periphery guys that are heading our way. Did I need to do something with Fleet for you? Or, never mind. Okay. Would Kane running RR in the highest be a decent duo comp? It's not a lot of remote reps, but for a duo, it's really not that much remote rep. It's better than that kick in the teeth, for sure, but...
Got a mock account now?
They got a mock, okay. Yeah, I see it. I seriously think they're going to try to volley something, whether it be like your ship, my ship, or my ult.
Yeah, that's why I'm just trying to be at the edge of range, pretty much.
You're hanging out outside the station?
Yeah, I'm off the station. I'm about 100 off of them. They're like pretty much all within dock range. Yeah, they're all within dock range. The only thing that came out was a comet, and then it burned back as soon as I went near it to try and bait me, and I think close enough for a shot.
Yeah. I actually had some Russian that live nearby, past Golem, I think in Egmar or something like that. They undocked like freaking 8 or 10 NATOs. I think it was like 8 NATOs. They nearly volleyed, I think I was like in a Raven at the time. It's pretty ridiculous.
Jeez.
That was at like, I don't know, 80 cam?
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my attempts to warp. Like, half the time I do a warp, it doesn't warp. Not half, but there's been at least 2 to 3 commands where I've done that, and it doesn't warp me somewhere where I want to go. Z-Killboard was this?
Yeah, these guys aren't moving. I just got lucky that I jumped to the gate at the time that NATO was sitting there sniping. Got real close to him.
What's going on with that, Tress? Hey, Macho. Probably come to an end here. Not that much content to be had in the battleship. I think I'm going to be calling it soon. Just doing kind of an ad hoc gang. Squeebles was doing a little bit of fleet stuff, and I decided to crash the party in a battleship. Ended up just kind of doing my own thing and getting some fights and getting some second and third and fourth parties helping out, shooting each other. It was a little bit of fun. Well, a lot of bit of fun. Let's start breaking out. Bug report maybe? I don't know. It's not consistent. I need to watch for it, I think. I don't know. I don't know if it's me, though. It might be me. I mean, I'm getting this shit, which drives me nuts. I move my mouse outside of the window, and it resets this. I'm going to bug report this in a moment. This is my number one.
Oh yeah, there's volleyed an exact
right
Navy that worked to the thing.
Oh no! Really? That guy, I think he might be watching the stream or something. He is constantly going and like following me a little bit. They just volleyed him, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Exec Navy just went douche.
Doesn't take much, really, when you have that many NATOs. Okay, well I'm heading back to Dudix, dude.
Yeah, man.
So is tonight one of your stream nights, or is it your off night?
Off night.
Yeah. You saw Squeebles streaming?
Yeah, I had a little bit of time off. I got a lot done today, actually, so I was like, let's
good
play
for
a little
you.
bit. I'm in U-Hurt now, by the way. I had to do that today. I forgot to do it last night.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We're still waiting for CCP to announce the AT if it's going to actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Macho, I mean, I'm recording. I'll be looking at uploading some stuff. I'm probably going to try to upload some content tonight. I still have some hand braking to do. So you're not going to see content probably tonight, but you're probably going to see some stuff on YouTube from the past 2 weeks or more. I think it's actually been more than 2 weeks. No, it's probably been around 2 weeks. Probably going up around Friday night, something like that. Op success in the Blackbird. Yeah, no, there's actually more fights going on than that. I initially was shooting at some dead terrorists. They jumped into Ammok. One of their augurs bull rushed me at the scram, got scram on me. They're killing me. And then 7-2 bailed me out, killed some of the dead terrorist guys. Then I saw that Exodus was doing some stuff. I followed them to a Plex, killed a Scythe fleet from Exodus. People are shooting people at other
nice
people.
Job on that Blackbird, by the way. The smart bombing Blackbird.
Dude, I mean, yeah, Seal was asking to kill the exec, but I mean, if you got one Guardian, then you're gonna get another Guardian, blah blah blah. I decided to just get stuff that was actually safe, like the Blackbird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was fully expecting to see like the Barheist and everything.
Yeah.
Which actually did not appear, which is kind of interesting. I'm sad that some of the frigates weren't arranged to just point things and kind of force things to escalate a little bit. I mean, I don't know how much they could have escalated, but...
They did some pretty good anti-tackle there.
Not a lot. Some, but not a lot.
Well, I mean, I was dead, but there was Clerical Ruppy and then one Symbol Warp Pack, so I guess that's not huge.
Didn't we kill the Symbol?
No, there's two. One, we killed one, and then there was a second one that came back a little bit later.
I understand. I gotcha.
And that Ruppy was like 220 fit, and it's kind of a problem for them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have that, like, 70 whatever KM bubble where you can't do shit, and then you pull them out, and then you can finally start killing them. Logistics are so oppressive.
Yep.
Wish to buy carries.
That's what I came back into, so it was like...
that would have done it, man. That would have 100% done it.
Yep.
Yeah, you hear it's looking at the AT. If it happens, we're going to make a push for it. Reborn, you're on Comes the Symbol? You went to help the Stratios. Oh, gotcha. Cool. Dude, I feel so bad. Like, you guys were talking about, like, I got the Vagabond, or the Symbol blah, blah, at the Plex. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll go back to Ammaki to help you. I didn't realize you guys were in Sasade.
Yeah.
That was so fucking bad.
Yeah. I just told you to go to Ammok, and I was actually in Sasade. I was like, oh, shoot. Forgot to jump.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're doing, like, small stuff like that, you have to bring something to deal with logistics. Unless you just, like, have no intention of looking at any fight involving logistics. And
yeah, I mean, that's why...
With how much is out, you just have to try and be ready to deal with that.
When you look at the Camel guys, or, like, all those kind of, like, really high skill, high, try-hard PvP groups, like, they always have at least, like, one carries or two in their fleets to just neutralize E-War, neutralize logistics. Because, I mean, there's a reason why it's so popular in tournaments.
Yeah. Force multipliers, man. And then, when they just shut down small things, like, oh, I'm going to bring you an annoying group of Onais or Orthruses or whatever, it's like, no, it doesn't matter. Nope. That's not the fight we want, so we'll just jam you out and you'll leave, and we'll go get a fight we want.
Who's the other guy talking? That's Zhao Amadeus. It's Loco for Loki. You should follow him. Hit the follow button.
And, then the rise of the drone meta, because drone meta comes out from that. I mean, drones are good, but, a lot of it I feel like is hand-forced by other things.
So now that they've added drone damage amps, and, like, all drone ships were never really balanced to use those modules so drone ships are just like really ridiculously awesome, amazing, to the point where, say, in tournaments, you had the Worlds Collide where they forced drones to be T1 drones for other ships to be competitive in comparison.
Uh-huh.
You know, how would you look at balancing drones these days?
Oh man, I think nerf by versatility would be the way I would do it, rather than just changing the stats of how they work or trying to change all of the ships that are powerful to them. I would try and make them more versatile. So maybe change the drones so that they, I don't want to say diminishing return because that just sucks, but it makes ships that use less of them more powerful, and ships that use them as a primary damage source not able to go as fast as they want, tank forever and stuff like that. So maybe not that, but you could do something interesting where if you field a flight of all of the same drone, they always stay together or something. Just something out of the box. So that they always move together. They don't spread out and switch, like move off targets or anything like that. So
I really like where you're thinking, just because, I mean, that's pretty much where CSPs right now. Like we've been kind of doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, just looking at damage numbers, resist numbers, speed numbers, damage resist speed, damage resist speed. That's all you really have. So, I mean, when you're looking at drones, I mean, there's only so many things you can make them apply better. You can make them do more damage. You can make them faster. You can make them harder to kill, either by giving them more HP or making them smaller targets. So, how do you break that paradigm? They're already trying that a little bit with, say, Gilas and stuff. So, I mean, they're kind of breaking the paradigm a little bit.
Maybe give them an engagement zone, so you bring them a little bit more alignment with conventional weapon systems, as far as like, okay, you use Galente drones, and their engagement zone is
Galente ships in particular have ridiculous fitting.
To 10, so your
not only
ship
that, but they have really good cargo.
Range, right?
It's ridiculous.
It's your ship distance from your drones or whatever, however you want to do it. So they're best from 0 to 10. They're okay from 10 to 15. Their fall off is 15 to 25, and then outside of that, they're not.
That would be so funky,
drone.
yeah.
And
like some sort of control thing.
Right. So then I feel like that doesn't take away the usefulness of drones for ships that get tackled. So people that use drones as anti-tackle, like, oh, I got tackled, drop my drones and get my damage on to push them off of me. It doesn't take that away because you can use them and you can bring the right drone for that. Like, I'm not bringing drones when I'm kiting for 50k drones. I'm going to put drones in my cargo that deal with things that are going to catch me because that's what I need to use them for. So if you're a drone platform, you're like, okay, I'm going to be in a Gila. And you go, okay, well, what do I bring? Well, you can bring, all the right drones, but you're going to lose damage over time on the field because your engagement zone is going to change, so you're going to need to be pulling drones and redeploying. So you bring their DPS down, but not in a raw numbers way. You bring it down through mechanics, like the actions of the pilots. And there's a skill base there, right? Knowing when to have the right drones out for your engagement range, depending on what's on grid.
Yeah. There's also, I think another interesting thing that's been thrown around a lot in the past is making drones have the same kind of application format. At least I think people it wasn't for sentries, but for close range drones, give them the same thing as missiles for application.
Wow.
Yeah. So it'd pretty much make heavy drones do very poorly against small targets. But light drones do incredibly well against small targets. It would take out the whole issue with drones like orbiting way too quickly around a frigate.
Right. Or maybe give drones a bonus to work in comparison to each other. Do all of the warriors, like this to try and bring some of the other drones into the fold. All of the warriors work better if you launch 4 warriors and a TP drone. They get a bonus from the TP, like for their damage output or something like that. You can bring other drones into it with that as well. Because ultimately, combat drones.
That would be so interesting. So, like, if you treat drones as a flight instead of as each individual drone, kind of like look at it like Homeworld 2 sort of deal.
Right.
Oh, that'd be so interesting. And that'd also be pretty interesting for, say, that'd be something you could very easily apply to carriers and stuff.
Right. And so then you could do, like, fleeted drones. And if fleeted drones have XYZ out from fleeted ships, they get different bonuses. So, like, you could say, okay, if they're using guards, and I put out, the ratio needs to be like 3-to-1. So for every 3 guards, there's one of what would be a good drone for that? A web drone or something like that out. Then it gives a tracking bonus to the guards of like some small amount. But ultimately, your damage is going to be reduced because you would have less guards on the field. But then it would make it, I feel like, where bigger groups can just go the conventional way because they're using ships to do the jobs of webbing things down. Smaller groups could utilize that to say, I don't have a dedicated webbing ship, but if we reduce our DPS a little bit in this situation, then we can get a little bit better tracking out of it or something like that. I don't know, it just brings some pilot thought. Like, I feel like that's what you need more than raw number changes. You need to engage people more with drones because they're not completely, but they're much easier as far as a set it and forget it than it is with, a main weapon system. So we're putting some pilot thought in there is what I think it means more than anything.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of what makes nano drone ships as powerful as they are, kind of similar to missile ships, where the pilots of those ships are able to focus almost entirely on their positioning and their control of a battlefield versus having to manage their weapon system.
What should CPU drawback for mixed drone fights would be nice? What does that mean? I don't know if that would even be hard codable to apply like drones change the fitting of a ship, but you could do something like you could do something along the lines of require drones to utilize a ship's fitting resource, like rework that into a CPU requirement rather than its own just like the number.
Sentinels
so you
are
could
so
do
broken,
like on this ship,
I want to
bring on an Ishtar. I want to bring 3 flights of heavies, and it'll be like, okay, that's going to take this much. This is how big your bay is, and then you get this much CPU used up by that. I don't know what the numbers would be, but then you could go, okay, well, if I choose to bring a flight of heavies and 2 flights of sentries, it's going to take more because sentries have, are more flexible with the type of how you can do the damage range or whatever.
I mean, what's the issue with bandwidth right now? I mean, you already have the bandwidth system. You already have the drone base system.
Right. I feel like the bandwidth system, because it operates in its own bubble, that's not affected by anything other than just the number of drones you can bring. Is because it's too, not that I want to overcomplicate things, but it seems too simplified for a weapon system. So if I have a fit for a ship, right, and I go, I want the biggest guns, I have trade-offs for what I can fit with that ship because of that. You know what I mean? On the ship, the fitting of the ship changes because of that. But for drone ships, that doesn't work that way. You just choose the flight that you bring for the type of engagement you're going to get, but it never affects how you outfit your ship. You can go.
I mean, it does as any other weapon system. So if you want to do lots of damage output, then the drone damage mods would take a lot of CPU. If you actually want to use drone rigs, that actually has a straight up negative penalty to your total overall CPU.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
and then you also look in, like, say, drone links. Those are some of the most CPU heavy mods in the game. That's like 50 CPU.
Crazy.
But the thing is, and this is actually something that pointed out by Vice of Virtue, drone ships have ridiculous fitting. Especially Galente drone ships. Their fitting is so fucking generous, given that they don't typically fit weapons.
That's, I guess, my thinking was why the idea of trying to remedy that is mostly around the fact that drone ships, I feel like, don't trade off for just being able to bring whatever the hell they want. It's for their damage type, right? There's not a trade-off there. It's like, I can bring heavies, or I can bring more lights, or I can bring mediums. It doesn't matter. It's not going to change the way I fit my ship. Essentially, I can go, like a Gila, you can put an XL ASB on it and a large shield extender.
Drone links might get
us off. Example, that is shit for Cap, but VNI is insane. Ishtar is crazy, and the huge cargo hold too. Like, it just feels like
they have battleship cargo.
Yeah, right. What's the logic there? But you're not paying for the way you fit your ship for the drones that you bring. So I see what you're saying for sure with drone damage amps requiring CPU, drone links in the highs requiring lots of CPU. But I never feel like I have a hard time fitting those things on drone ships. Specifically Ishtar. It's like,
Galente.
Drone link at the top. Boom, put it up there. Like, that's not a big deal because there's no guns up there. Like, it might be the difference between 2 medium newts or a medium and a small, which, okay, that has an effect, but that's a secondary to secondary system. That's not even like my main focus is to be getting newts on. That's like to get tackle off me or something like that. it doesn't decisively change the way that I use my ship on the battlefield. Whereas if I put an Omen, whether I go heavy pulse or medium pulse, decisively changes the way that the rest of my fit needs to accommodate what I'm trying to do with that ship.
Whoa. Launching drones takes cap?
Never ever noticed.
No. As like a mechanic.
Oh, make them utilize cap? Oh, make them utilize a base amount of cap? Just like remove that amount of cap from your cap pool?
And I think he means like you it's like an activation cost for drones. Like it takes cap.
Okay.
That'd be interesting if controlling drones cost cap or something like that. That'd be super interesting.
Man.
So a dedicated drone ship would actually say like have to be injected if it was using like a cruiser. Let's say a cruiser using a flight of heavies, like a battleship assortment of drones. That'd be super cap heavy on the ship, so it'd have to be an injected ship. That's actually really cool. I like that idea.
That's a crazy idea. I like it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it forces them not to be able to go rep crazy and run triple rep merms and dual rep VNIs.
And then you could have things like drone bonus ships have like a roll bonus to drone cap or something like that allows them to be drone ships, but it's still a very big aspect of using drones. That'd be I like that. It's really thinking outside the box right there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and Tato says, if they use your cap for their MWs and weapons. So to project, you're going to draw a cap as they need to move to the target. I don't know really.
That seems overcomplicated things.
Because
yeah,
it seems like they have their.
I mean, if they're just drawing cap from you, let's say if you have them in space, they have like a regular cap draw, like it's like cycling a module sort of thing. You can think about it. If you think about it that way, you could just have it like that, and you could just think that it's powering their systems, or that's like the cost of, I don't know, sending out a signal to them. I don't care how you rationalize it, but it's an interesting kind of thought. Well, then you can also have like a rock.
Drone navigation is built into the lore and the mechanics of it, so being able to say this is how much it requires to send a signal is fine. That makes sense. You can mix that in easy.
Tornado looks like a zebra. Have you seen the Nefertar skins for like the Tornado and the Tempest?
Oh, the Wildcat skins you're talking about? The ones that are like they look like stripes on an African Sahara cat?
They're not stripy. No, they're kind of like white and black.
Oh no, I was thinking Serpentis for Galente.
Okay.
They have like the black stripes across. No, I haven't seen them. White and black, huh?
Yeah. The funny thing about it is that like they have it for the Rifter, they have it for I think the Stabber, and I don't like it at all. Like for whatever reason, like it lacks the black. It's just kind of like this graduated white. But for the Tornado and the Tempest, it looks really good.
Dude, I don't know. My favorite has to be is it Tashmerkan? I think it's the Tashmerkan Abaddon, the Abaddon dude. That thing is that steely gray and red. So good.
Oh, nice. Gotcha.
Dude, the blue ones for the MR2, the Kador, those things are like blue. They're very blue.
Yes, and there's a Galente one that's that way as well. It's not Aliastra. It's I can't remember. Intaki, I think. Intaki Syndicate.
No, they're yellow. Intaki. No. That's the yellows are what you call it. The people that move things. Whatever my Amicus was that moved things.
Interbus.
Yeah, that's the one. They're the yellow ones. They just like could someone wrap them with caution tape before they said.
Yes, I was very tempted to get the Interbus Merm just because it's like this garish yellow thing.
Yeah.
Someone called it a banana in the streams. Like, yes, I'm going to kill you with a banana.
And then fly with a fleet of Ventures orbiting you as your drones. I would like, for drones, to be honest, I want a thing I want for complication on them is I want to be more engaged in I want to have the ability to be more engaged in what they're doing. Easier. So, like, the drone menu has gotten leagues better than it used to be, but is still pretty shoddy as far as, like, actively using them. So, like, even for people that are running PvE, I oftentimes am like, oh, that will be finished off in 2 shots. I want my other drones to start on another thing for their first cycle. And it's just clunky to try and do that, right?
Yeah, to manage multiple drones that way. I mean, I occasionally do that. One of the issues I have, I think it's control clicking. You can shift click multiple drones. You can't control click drones.
Right, so you just have to use exactly. You have to use the top 2 or the bottom 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And well, then I still have to, like, Well, no, I guess you don't have to right-click. You can just change your target and then hit the what hotkey. But I don't have a drone aggro hotkey. I have a drone callback and a drone orbit hotkey. But that's my fault for not having the hotkey.
Yeah, I mean, it's
fault.
I mean, that's part of the thing, though. I mean, you never really have a reason to have 2 drones shooting one target and 2 drones shooting another target, unless like you're trying to like get away from a whole bunch of people that are killing you, and you're assigning 1 ECM drone each, and you're trying to do like the most outlandish thing ever, which has had happened in fleets I've been in. Yeah. But right. It's there's not much of a reason to do that, which is also unfortunate. Because I mean,
what if they took away the E-War drones and made them secondary subsystems on your drones, so you can increase the cost of drones by taking those drones away and turning them all into subsystems, which people don't have an insane amount of for the most people, right?
What about
a subsystem that you attach to the drone, and then it has a secondary purpose, and when you launch the drone and you're utilizing the drone, it has like a very, very small bonus to that at all points in time. But if you want to switch,
check this out. What about pirate faction drones where they do stuff like that?
Oh, that would be amazing. And it would be super expensive.
Yes, like blood drones that shoot and do a little bit of nuding.
Right. But then you could because they're getting more behind this idea of being
drone fittings,
changing the way that you fight for more ships in Eve. Obviously, T3 destroyers have the systems change.
I mean,
so you can see that being a thing, like that.
No, I mean not side station.
So
I saw some clipping there.
Have a secondary subsystem that's very small when that's not their primary purpose, and they're just doing damage, or maybe it doesn't do it at all. But you can switch them into secondary purpose as their primary, while still doing damage with the drones, and it makes it more involved in the player aspect. Because I can't tell you how many fights I've been in where like, man, I'm not quite in newt range, but imagine if I had a drone that was doing a little bit of newting while also still applying some damage, enough to get his MWD off, and then maybe I can burn out and get a shot, take some shots, and then switch the drones back over to doing damage once I've broken range again.
It sounds like something that would really fuck with frigates. Because like whenever you're looking at raw amount things like say newts on a drone, like the only time it's really going to affect something is like say on a frigate. It's not going to affect bigger ships that much anyway.
Right. Well, so if you make all 5 win in that mode equal to 1 small newt, I mean for a small drone, all 5 of them is equal to a small newt, but they do like piss poor damage when they're in that mode. For the neutralizing one, they do just terrible damage when they're in that mode. So I mean, you would gain a
Reborn. If anything, they need to add stacking penalty to ECM drones and just be done with E-War drones entirely.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd love if ECM drones had a stacking penalty. It'd be the best day of my life.
I mean, I used to do that with my standard fleet, like bring the flight of web drones because it didn't have a web. And I can't tell you how many times those dinky little things have saved me by killing something.
Which ones?
The web drones. They're terrible, because their stacking penalties. It's a huge problem, but I would fly a Stabber Fleet issue with them and then 3 normal drones, but 5 of those because I think they get 8 drones.
There was a duder way back in the day when he flew a Raven for PvP, and what he would do is he'd have target painted drones and Weber drones.
Yep.
I have no idea how much of an effect that actually had. Probably not that much, but it always kind of tickled me, and made me wonder how worthwhile that was.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you for sure that it has saved me on that SFI having the web drone. Like, it would drop their speed just a little bit under mine, or close enough that I could actually manage, being able to manual pilot out of it. They would be going, only double my speed rather than, double and a half or whatever, and I would be able to, I'd be able to manual pilot and get the shots that I needed to be able to get out. People, laughed at me. They're just like, why'd you just die with web drones in your cargo? If I get bombed or something, be like, here's the highlight of why. I'd be like, oh, yeah, they're terrible, but I found a use for them.
Yeah, Reborn. The thing, though, that's assuming that's a moving target. Painters work against moving and non-moving targets.
I don't think that newt drones are worth, anything, though. I looked at those things one time, and I was just like, oh my goodness. This is
my friend nearly ran me over.
For any reason. Just literally 5 flights of light newt drones won't newt anything out, ever.
Yeah, I think I've been newted by them in a Rifter, and I didn't really notice it too much. I had, this slight extra cap drain. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. I mean, I guess in mass, but no. in mass tissues damage drones.
The heavy duty drones actually do have a fair bit of effect on frigates. Like it will nuke out frigates quite effectively.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that working for sure. But then you're in a position where if I have a ship that, well, no, I mean there's cases for it. Like if I'm flying around a height. No, but it only gets one full flight of heavies, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I feel like
it's really not worth it. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Meow. Yeah, AFK cabin.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna shut off the stream and probably go to bed sometime soon. So it's good to talk to you. It's a really interesting discussion. I liked it. All right, so I'm gonna hop off TS. Have a good one.
Later.
Disconnected.
Yeah. Well, you guys got to see a little bit of the skins I purchased, so I'm really a big fan of those Nefintar skins. I'm still sitting on some Aurum that CCP gifted way back in the day, so I'm kind of curious what else is going to come out in the near future. Nothing's really tickling my fancy that much that I think is all that worthwhile. I really like that Talos skin, the Duvol Talos skin. I think it looks awesome, but it's a bit steep. It's like $20. I don't fly the Talos that much. So I'm really happy with the skin stuff. They're expensive, but they are permanent skins. It's interesting stuff. I'm glad they've been added to the game. But anyway, guys, a little bit of off-day stream stuff. I hope you enjoyed. I will be streaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. I hope to see you guys there. Probably be doing more big ship stuff. Probably more of that Cyclone that you guys got to see and we had a lot of fun with on Wednesday. So hopefully get some cool content with that again. But other than that, that's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Fly reckless.